a hungry machine spitting out fire. It's crazy. It's become fantastic. And all our job now is flicking the switch every so often of the machine, or if a part of the machine is broken, replacing it with a new part that's even better. So,
or pressing the nitrous oxide button as well.
Yeah, nitrous oxide button. Exactly. So a lot of people in business fail to create a machine. They just have a job which they own. I'll repeat that again. They don't have a business, they have a job which they own. The purpose of having a business is to have freedom, is to have a machine that you can create to become so valuable that hopefully one day you exit, and that's what we want to do. And if we look at our culture, you know, Arab, Pakistani, Indian, a lot of our parents and our uncles and aunties that have great businesses, they don't know when to let go. They're just working for like 20, 30, 40 years. It's like, is that your end goal in life, to keep working? Or is it to create something special, to then be in the position to touch as many lives as possible? And that's where we're at, you know, that's our train of thought. We don't just want to keep working. We want to get to a position where we don't have to go to the office, or we don't have to go to this meeting. You know, we can go where we want, we can give back, we can, you know, work more on our newly set up foundation, the Dalgoose Foundation, and give back and create more great things in this world.
Wonderful. It sounds like in your earlier days where you were more like sponges, just getting as much information on any field, from sales to how to do Facebook ads to just obviously the dentistry side. And that's quite wide spectrum of knowledge, and you just take whatever and try and apply it as best you can.
Yeah.
And although your growth curve has been very fast, there's been a switch, it sounds like, where you went from general knowledge and just absorbing everything to now I need specific knowledge on, I'm having this issue in management, I'm having this issue in, you know, very specific knowledge. That is probably not so easy to get on online courses and YouTube videos, and therefore you might need some consultants or mentors or hiring the right people. Have you had any external help or a mentor or consultations in the business as you've grown?
So funny you said that, Waqar, because throughout our life, we've always been very curious. We've always asked people questions and we've always listened. And I believe you'll always pick anything up from a person, whatever their position might be. That might be a cleaner, that might be a postman. You can always learn something that you can apply to your life. And there was a situation in COVID where there was a village called Harrogate, which is about 20 minutes away from our hometown Leeds. And during COVID, they had these silly things where like one place would be tier 2, where you had to stay locked in your house. And then a place 20 minutes away was like tier 3 or tier 1, where somebody can, you know, you can go to a restaurant, you can go out, you can basically go wild. So I remember we were like, oh, forget this lockdown, let's go to Harrogate and let's have a good time, and let's go to a nice restaurant, have some nice food. So it was me, Hassan, and a dentist that works for us, and we had a great time. We met these 2 people. They were sat next to us on a table, husband and wife. We got talking. You know, it was a great vibe. We shared some stories, and then I actually paid for their bill after like knowing them for like 30 minutes. And he couldn't believe it. It was like, oh my God, no one's ever paid for my bill before. I must take you guys out. He took us out for coffee, and long story short is the guy sold his company for a massive 8-figure sum 5 years ago, newly retired. And he was like, guys, I'd love to be able to mentor you guys. And since then, he's been our mentor, you know, a fundamental part of our corner, pushing us every single month. And he's taught us so many different things in our life which have really catapulted our business performance forward.
And the crazy thing is as well, when we sat down together and we told him what our goal is, to make £1 billion, and he said straight away, guys, that's very realistic. I can see your talent and I can see how infectious your energy is. It was that very energy that made him start speaking to us and for us to have that engaging conversation at the restaurant that then led to him being our mentor. He said, but this is what's going to happen on the journey. We are going to get attacked. We're going to face this obstacle. We're going to face that obstacle this time. And a lot of what he predicted has actually come true in the time frame that he predicted as well. And that's the crazy thing about having a mentor who's been down a similar journey that you want to go down. They can see things happening in the future because they've experienced the same troubles in their own journey. And that's why it's so powerful. And sometimes a mentor can be powerful just by telling you that you can do it. When you mentioned that we've grown and succeeded and our growth has been very explosive in the short time frame, I mean, we're 28 years old right now, it's all down to us believing in our minds that we can do it. And that sometimes, well, in our instance, it came from somebody telling us that we can do it, and we believed him.
It's funny because he called us the Cray Twins when he first met us. It was like, because of the scene in the Cray Twins movie where they're sat in a jail cell and they're basically on a bunk bed, sat next to each other, and then a guy comes into their cell and he's like, there's something special about you guys, I can tell. But when you get out there, i.e. the real world, be careful of the people that are going to attack you. So, you know, we've learned some fundamental things from that